just like a messy bun. But I don't really have a good messy bun. It's just a bloody messy bun. You know, some women really put it off.
Yeah, I
It's
really
not
notice that
women.
whenever I'm checking out a female, and yeah, that's the first thing I look at. Their
Messy
messy
bun
bun.
look.
Yeah,
But
same as
this
like
is
the
a
duck lips. That's the first thing I look at. You know, nails and shit. Do you know what? One of the funny thing is, I notice now, like when a woman's got a slightly different hair color, if she's had her eyelashes done, or her eyebrows done, nails
do
getting done,
ya?
because I've been around so many women, I just notice it because they won't shut up about it. So I'll just ping and I'm like, honestly, a lot of people think I'm gay now just because I notice shit like that, and I'll say, oh, your nails look nice today, or something like that, and then yeah, that's basically how it comes across. So anyway,
Right.
let's get into it. Episode 4, goal setting. So we're going to talk from, I would say, immediate postpartum up till like 2 years afterwards, because I always like to give timelines on these things, and I think it's really important to obviously contextify or contextualize, whatever one it is. I'm not here for my English abilities. To contextualize your kind of goals, if that makes sense. Like getting a six pack, getting visible abs, obviously it might be great for someone, but then someone else it might be to do with, just improving their sleeping pattern. So what would you say would be your advice to anyone immediate postpartum that's looking to start doing something again?
I would say in regards to like goal setting after immediately having a baby kind of thing, you do need your rest, you need your recovery, and you need to realise when your body needs that. But if you are kind of mum or human that likes to get up and start going, I would say any form of slow exercise to start off with. Just bit awareness exercise, I suppose. So any like yoga,
Yeah.
and just walking as well, like walking, just getting steps up or something, just making that a little goal. Yeah, I'd just say slow recovery. You've just got to remember what your body's done. It's done something incredible, and it does need that time to heal. And it is your mind tells you that you're lazy, but yeah, you're not. You just need that time to recover, I think.
Different priorities,
But
isn't it?
yeah, definitely.
I think as well, what's worth mentioning is a lot of people will probably not disagree, but like maybe question on this point. But what I'd say is, if you've been quite successful at setting goals in the past, or maybe found that motivates you in work, in life, in your romantic relationships, whatever, you can set goals around relaxing. You can set yourself, okay, have a 20-minute nap every day, or
Yeah, good
maybe, all
shout.
right,
Yeah.
put the baby in a pram and go do one around the block. I'd make them small wins. I'd make them, stuff that you could do sleeping, or empty your calories each day. Again, it's 4 minutes. Do you know what I mean? No one's not got the time for that. But by you doing that, you're not just going, oh, you just need to rest. You just need to relax. Take care of yourself. Like some people that ain't enough. And we're going to talk about obviously goals for like smashing it out and doing it for your fitness. But you can set goals around anything. It doesn't have to be, all right, just flow with it. And planning is never a bad thing. Structuring and prepping, and how many people do you reckon have been through this program and found that if they, funnily enough, cook 3 meals for themselves as opposed to one at any one time, they've then got quick, healthy lunches available, and then they're not hungry in the evenings. Then they're not going to go and inhale half a bar of dairy milk and a half a bottle of wine, or a whole bottle or 3. It's knocking down a small domino for a very big result. And again, getting you right back into that mentality will give you something to focus on, will give you something that will feel like more time for you and that you're doing something for yourself. So 100% agree, they obviously need to focus on resting, relaxing, stretching, whatever it can be. But these are still behaviours that you can track.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely. And what you're saying about the prepping, I would advise any like mums to be listening if this is your first baby. I would recommend doing meal preps for postpartum. So just putting something in the freezer or something like that. There are
Yeah.
like amazing companies out there that do like specialist postpartum meals and stuff that you can get, but they're hella expensive, you know. And so if you can do it yourself, just go for it, do it yourself, and just meal prep, because that's the one thing I found after having my little girl really hard, was just having that time to create something delicious and healthy. I was always eating on the go, as every mum probably knows what I'm talking about. You just pick up a pack of crisps because they're on the side and you haven't eaten for 7 hours, so you just pick them up and go. Whereas actually, if you've got that in the freezer, just chuck it, you know, warm it up or whatever you were doing with it, or even just like putting fruit on the side, having more healthy options.
Yeah.
And I think dads have a part to play in that as well, like just to, you know, go and food shop for your missus and whatever, and that could be your goal,
Yeah.
is to making sure that she is fed well as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's
the
that's
thing,
my
innit?
advice to new mums,
Yeah.
is just getting that meal prep and everything ready.
Yeah, use the technology that's available to you, including dad technology. But equally, you know, if you want to do online shopping for a couple of weeks,
Yeah.
or if you need to order a takeaway, or if you need to
Yeah.
be using Gusto or I don't know, Hello Fresh or something, again, yeah, they are a bit more expensive sometimes.
Yeah.
You don't need to be. We're not asking you to sign up to 6 fucking months worth of the thing. But if it's going to help you get over a hard couple of weeks where your baby's just starting teething, or I
Yeah.
don't know, you're really finding that breastfeeding's getting a bit hard for yourself, you're getting no sleep, every top hurts to put on. Do you know what I mean? This sort of shit is when you need to be saying, right, well, you know, the tenner I probably would have spent extra on my shopping, could I maybe put it into a week's worth of food, have it delivered, and just in an
Yeah.
easy way? Also, you've got family around you that are obviously going to be helping you and loving you and that. So if you just say to them, look, whenever you're cooking, again, I know it's obviously going to be something no one's ever really going to have thought of doing, but if you say to your mum, Mum, next time you come around, do you mind just making me an extra portion of every dinner you do? Sounds
Yeah.
like a proper weird request, but if your mum's coming around on the following Thursday and she's going to bring 5 tubs worth of food for you,
Oh,
you
yeah.
know, your mums are obviously going to want you and baby to be okay. Your mates are still down the road that are going to be willing to do it. I've helped multiple people that are like neighbours and friends out just by doing a bit of a meal prep with them. You know, I'll go around, they'll give me a bit of like a roast dinner on a Sunday, and then we'll sit down for 2 hours and just prep all them food out together because I'm getting to spend time with my friends. Again,
Yeah.
you have to start thinking out the box with this shit.
Yeah.
Anyway, I don't want to get too much into like a specific goal or, you know, nutrition or this or that. What I think we should talk about is obviously how to tie it all together, what components go into it, and then I also want to briefly go into like metrics and event-based goals, if that makes sense. So what I mean is, again, going back to like I think I said it yesterday on like the Q&A, GCSE level goal tracking and goal setting, specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound. All of those things have got to be in there. You know, it's got to be something specific. Getting fitter, getting leaner, being healthier, getting more sleep. That ain't specific at all. Measurable, again, ties into the first one. If you've got something like lose a stone, you've then got something to measure. When do I get to a quarter of a stone, half a stone, 3/4? How long is that going to take? It gives you a timeline. Time bound, again, the T part gives you that deadline. All right, if you don't think you can do it in 12 weeks, do it in 6 months. If you beat it, fantastic. Give yourself a pat on the back. But you have to have something like that. Again, the relevancy. If me and you were saying, right, I want to tone up my arse and I just start training my biceps, really ain't relevant, is it? So there's got to be all these factors in there. And it can be applied to anything. You know, I'm talking about fitness here, but across the board, there'll be a reason you have hit a goal and that you haven't hit a goal. And it's usually down to maybe 3 of the 5 being there, 4 of the 5 being there, maybe 5 of the 5 being there, but not in the right context. Maybe you haven't dealt with the relevancy every now and then, or broke it down into, okay, what do I actually need to be doing to hit the measurable parts? Because you can't you can't track. Let me try that a third time lucky. You can't sort of estimate when you're going to be half a stone down. You can plan it out and you can, you know, reasonably go, okay, well, this amount of calories I'm going to burn every workout. If I do 4 this week, 4 next week, 4 the week after, yada yada yada, you might say about getting a half a stone down. Shit could get in the way. You could get COVID again. You could have your kid's birthday. You could go away on a surprise dirty weekend. You could have your mates pull you away for a hen do. There's so much shit in the way. But if you've got some sort of guideline, that's what's going to be like a little light, just, you know, off in the distance that you can keep heading towards. You might go a bit off left, you might go a bit off right, but there's still that thing over there that you're gradually moving towards. That's where this stuff needs to be planned out properly, and usually with a coach, usually with someone that's going to be impartial and actually saying to you, look, this is what we're doing, this is how we're going to do it, this is what I'm going to hold you accountable for.
Yeah, holding accountable and also like realistic as well. Because I realised once I had Elsie, your metabolism changes and everything as a mum. So you expect to be like your old self, be like, oh, okay, I was really fast, and or I could eat what I wanted, and I didn't really put on that much weight, or blah 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 blah. Yeah, you change so much. So it is, again, as you said, someone there to hold you accountable. And also to be like, okay, well, what have you learned from your body, or, you know, what do you feel that's different for you? And then working with that as well. So you've got someone there to actually guide you through it.
What would you say that you have found is most different with your body now?
Just the shape, it's just changed so much. And also, I had a 7 months ago, and I've only just started to kind of lose weight. I've just started to see my body change again. Apparently that there is a gap after you have a baby, and they do say that, like, after a certain amount of time period, your body starts to regenerate itself again and kind of try and, you know, I don't know, but yeah, it's I've that's what I found anyway in my body. But I found that the shape has changed. I used to be thin on the top, big on the bottom. Now I'm just this all over. No, but you know what I mean. It's just getting used to your body again, and just working with what you've got, loving what you've got, but then also having your goals there, having someone there to tell you, and make you accountable, and yeah, just getting back on it has just felt really good now, I think, because
100%.
just wasn't back on it.
Yeah, and if they're doing that sooner, like we said about obviously setting targets for their resting, their stretching, when you then switch that, it's like I might already make time to work out. I might be doing a crap workout, but because I've already got that half hour, 45 minutes, hour and a half, whatever it is, what we fill in that time and what takes up the duration of that 2 till 4 break or whatever it is kind of irrelevant, because obviously they can get a smart fucker like me or you to actually redo that for them. But the fact of doing it in the first place, that's the bit that I think is the most important part, and also going to help someone get back onto this that much faster. So I would always say to someone that there are 2 types of goals. One's event-based, one's metric-based. Case in point, I want to get in shape for my sister's wedding. I've got my 40th birthday coming up. I don't know, whatever it could be. That would be the event-based goals. Metrics-based goals would be one of these maybe challenges that you see. All right, I've got to do 300 squats over this next month. I've got to do X amount of calories in the week. I've got to do 5-2 to, you know, cut my calories down by this many. But one can't go without the other, because when you do an event-based goal and you don't have metrics, there's no yellow brick road to walk down to get there. When you've only got the metrics goal, it's kind of like walking into a dark forest and just having trees. You can't see shit on the other side. So you do need them to kind of work in sync, because obviously doing a metrics purely isn't going to motivate you at all. Metrics without an event is just going to be, I don't really need to do that today because I can, you know, there's no bigger picture pulling you through. Event on its own is pie in the sky, not broken down. It's not even a goal really, it's more like a wish or a dream, because you're not putting in steps, you're not putting in benchmarks, you're not putting in, like we said, metrics to actually start to attain, right, well, can I hit this? If not, then why not? What can we get you to do? Do we set the bar a little bit lower? you maybe just need to pull your pants up and have a bit of a kick up the arse. There's going to be something there. But I think there's so many people that are just simply scared of setting that in the first place because they've simply got no faith in themselves.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. And also, I'm going back to the mum thing, but yeah, once you've had a baby, you don't realise how incredible your body is, and it's created and cooked this little thing and given birth to it, and then you lose faith in your body afterwards, and you lose faith in yourself, and it's like trying to build that up again.
Yep.
But I think the good thing as well, I just want to bring up quickly with what we're doing is offering online fitness. It works around a mum's schedule so much better. It works around any schedule if you work in an office or whatever. But I used to find that I went back to the gym and I was like trying to get my gym bag, trying to get this, like Elsie was screaming, Dave was doing this, and blah, 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 blah. Then I felt bad leaving the house. But actually, I would come upstairs, like I'd done your boot camp yesterday, and I can't walk up the stairs, by the way, today. That was painful on the old legs, but it was good. And yeah, I just find that I could just take myself upstairs into my bedroom or wherever, do the workout, and then go back downstairs and I'm free again. Like it just works easier rather than having to put like 2 hours into going to the gym each night. You can do that half an hour. I'll go upstairs, get changed, do the workout, have a shower, done, kind of thing. So it just is easier for anyone, for especially mums, especially dads as well.
Wins, isn't it?
Yeah, anyone. And you know, again, as you said, it's like thinking outside the box. Like you don't need to spend 2 hours at the gym to get results. You can do a half hour, 45-minute class with us, and it will see you probably the same results. You know, when I went to the gym, I was on the cross trainer, like just thinking about who I'd left at home. Whereas actually I just put my all into the 30 minutes, 40 minutes, and I'm back in it, you know. So it really does, it works so much better. It fits into schedule, and also like your goal setting, it just feels a bit more in line, I suppose. Yeah,
you ain't got to then find an extra 2 hours to pull out your ass free time for that day, have you? Like I used to spend 15 hours a day at the gym when I was working there. How much of that I was actually working? Probably 6 or 7 hours. But I'd be doing a sit down with one of my mates for lunch, then have a coffee with one of my old clients, then I'd be going down the shop to like Sainsbury's to go pick up some more food, then I'd train for a bit, then I'd do this. It's like you can economize your time so frigging much if you want to.
Yeah.
But we have to set easy wins to get started, because a lot of the women that are going to be listening to this ain't going to believe in themselves right now. They're just going to believe, right, well, I'm a mum now. This is how I am. This is where I'm stuck. This is just like the cost of bringing a baby into the world. And I've heard it too many times to not know that that's a real legitimate thing that people feel. How much of it's truth versus how much of it is bullshit is completely down to them. Because like we said, we've seen, you know, personally seen too many transformations now not to believe that. But if you can't get your own noggin around it, that's where you maybe do need a bit of coaching, maybe do need to speak to someone who's not in your immediate circle, or get around support from other mums and other people that are doing exactly what you'd love to do, but don't think it's possible for you. You know, if you grew up, let's say in like Brixton, and everyone's getting like stabbed or mugged, or, you know, no one goes to college, no one gets a job. I'm just obviously spitballing here, but your chances of breaking away from that because you're around that all day, the first thing you'd need to do is get out of that environment.
Yeah.
Because you ain't going to believe it's possible. So if you've got your sister, your mum, your mates all telling you, yeah, just take it easy, you're meant to be like, you know, you might be ready to hear that now. But then I also hear from like people who are, I don't know, like a size 10 or a size 12 that are really insecure about their bodies. But they don't get any sympathy from like their mum who's like a size 16 and 60 years old. They don't get a, I don't know, you know, pat on the back and actually, right, well, let's sit down and do something about it, from their sister who's like always been a size 14 or an 18, tried Slimming World, hates everything about food, you know, just looks at a cake and puts on 2 stone. Like, you've got to be around asking for the help from the right people as
Yeah,
well. And that's why, again, I'm going to obviously mention about getting into a tribe that fits you, fits your message, fits your way of thinking,
yeah,
or at least if it isn't your current one, is going to develop into the way you want to think, the way you want to be living your life.
yeah, yeah, totally. And like, do you know what I loved about you when I first met you? And that your whole look around food is just so different from, as you said, the chicken and broccoli kind of guy. And do you know what? Like, I think there's so much stigma, like, oh, I shouldn't. I'm being good.
Mm.
I'll go on then. I'll be naughty. I'll have a bit of cake. I'll be naughty. But why is that naughty? And do you know what I mean? Why is
Yeah,
that good? Like,
it's the
if
classic
you want to
Pinocchio,
have
isn't
an
it?
Easter egg
Angel
this
and devil.
weekend,
Who am I going to listen to?
yeah, yeah. Like, if you're going to have an Easter egg this weekend, have an Easter egg this weekend. But obviously, make sure that you. Yeah. By the way, for people that are listening, he was counting how many Easter eggs he was having. I think he got to 8.
Yep.
Yeah, but make yourself like accountable for it and be like, right, I've had, this much today. I'm not going to overdo it and be mental.
Yeah.
But don't have that thing around like, I'm not eating chocolate, I'm not eating carbs, I'm not eating this, I'm not eating that. You're putting yourself in a box, and it's never ever going to work. So yeah, that's what I loved about you. And I think for me at the moment, my goals are, I'm trying to do my food planning and putting my calorie intake in each day. For me, that's worked so well. And I know, like, I couldn't believe as well, this is going to sound so dumb because I'm bloody 33 years of bloody age, but I'm like, oh my God. And I scan the barcodes or I put the food in and I'm like, bloody hell, it's got loads of calories in it. I never realised.
Mm-hmm.
So it's actually quite crazy that some things are so high in calories. But then again, like, yeah, as you said, it's just your mindset around food. You've just got to think, well, if that fits into that goal, then it fits into it, right? Fits into the goal of I'm having this many calories a day. That's what you got to do.
And if it
Yeah,
doesn't,
that's what I liked about working with you. Is
Thank
definitely
you.
that.
And yeah, I mean, that's what I think from all the discussions we've had, like, has come across with, even if it doesn't, there's no blame, there's no shame. It's just, all right, well, you might have to delay it another day or another week, but make that choice. And then
Yeah.
equally, my whole philosophy on this could be summed up in just either having the bollocks or the lack thereof to not bury your head in the sand and just deal with it and face it as it comes up. Do you know what I mean? So actually having, okay, well, this is 900 calories. Awesome. I've been spending X amount on coffees each month. Awesome. Because then you can ask, what can we do about it?
Yeah.
And then we start setting smart goals, don't we, Carly?
Yeah. That's exactly it. And honestly, that's exactly what you've kind of moved my mindset into, is just being sensible, I suppose, with food. That's all it is. It's just being sensible with it. I'm sure people at the moment are being sensible with their gas and electricity, right? So let's be sensible about what we're eating, I suppose.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, that's literally it. Just be sensible with what you're putting in your body. And yeah, and if you do it, like, do you know what I hate? Is when Slimming World say sins. Like, why is it a sin to have? I hate that word.
Yeah.
It's really
So
bad.
they'll still give you
Sin.
unlimited pasta and rice, won't they?
It's bonkers. It's bonkers. Sins. I hate that word. And calling a food a sin,
Or
when
a free
actually
food.
every food you get something out of, right? You
Yep.
get something out of anything that you put in your body.
Yeah. But that's like when, on the flip side, you've got free foods. Like, mate, if you're putting something in your body, none of it's free.
No, it's calories.
That's all right. I can have as much as I want of that. It's not like you eat a steak and because it's got healthy proteins and fats in it, it's not going to cost you anything. Yes, your body is still going to digest it, stick it out your pooper at the end of it, then you'll have to wipe your little bottom and go, right, well, how many calories was that? It's never not going to be that case. So you learnt that from fucking year 6 science.
Mm.
Why is it going to be any different when you're 34, 32, 22, 24? It isn't.
Yeah,
The quicker you realise that, the faster you'll get to where you want to get to.
definitely. Yeah, and labelling food as sins is just a big no-no.
Yeah,
Because as
fucks in
we've
the
said,
world.
we said this last week as well, but if you tell someone not to do something, what they're going to do, they're going to want it more. So
Mhm.
if you say that's a sin, oh, I've been naughty, it's just, yeah.
Yeah. Or the way they explain it as well, like they'll sit there in their group and go, "Oh yes, Slimming World leader. Oh, I've been so bad. It was my cousin Karen's birthday, and it was her son, and she had a cake, and I had a slice. I couldn't resist. I just want to slap them seriously because there's no why you're an adult. They're not there to be your mum. You're literally paying £5 for the rest of your life to be there. There's no result. There's nothing smart about it. But then I'm not being funny. If I heard about somewhere that's called Slimming World, even the name's contradictory. I'm not turning this into just we hate Slimming World, but like,
Yeah, I know.
all
I was
right,
going
it
to
should just
say
be
about
at
the
least
goals
at least Weight Watchers talks about losing weight. You
Yeah.
twats are talking about slimming. Like
Yeah.
slimming down into your clothes is a very legitimate goal that a lot of people want to do. Get them off the scales, you dickheads.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry. I'm just going to draw a line under that now. So
Yeah, let's stop doing that now.
yeah,
Get back onto goal
back to the
setting
smart
and
goals. We've gone over that. I think next episode actually we're going to be bringing on one of the mums we've been working with, which is going to be really exciting. Which is going to be Rebecca. Also got a one plan with Bev. So really excited about those. And obviously at the end of this month, we are doing the Emotional Eating Challenge, which is going to be a free 10-day challenge, all about why carbs ain't the enemy. Making you accountable for that, actually teaching you how to measure them properly, how to envelope them into your life properly, sort out your energy levels, sort out your stress levels, help you sleep better, not have you craving, silly carbs or whatever you'd call them in mid-morning because you've had a crappy breakfast or you've had nothing at all. We're going to be going through some really simple, crystal clear strategies for that, and it's completely free for 10 days. So why would you not get
people
involved?
should get on it, definitely.
100%. So that's going to be it from us today. Carly's going to go get her nails done because she's just going to show everyone why. I'm just going to get her to hold them up to the camera. And then,
oh, hang on. Where's the camera? There. I had poop in them. Baby poop in the cuticles. Stunk.
Glad you cleared that up. I was thinking, is it going to be bird? Is it going to be an animal? Is it going to? That's fine. Yeah, cool. No worries.
Baby poop.
Everyone, a lot of these people are going to have been there. Right. Yes. Cheers for today. And
thank you.
I will catch up with you in the week. I'm off to Abu Dhabi in a couple of days, so obviously we'll be releasing this while I'm over there. And then you're doing the accountability, aren't you? Having to step up to coach everyone.
I am, yeah. It's going to be quite fun, actually. So I'm looking forward to it. So yeah, if anyone needs Glenn in the meantime, don't need him, come to me.
There you go. Definitely.
And also, obviously, running the yoga classes and stuff. We'll be doing that. So definitely join in with them. Yeah. So
excellent.
it'd be nice. I'm looking forward to it.
See you soon.
See you in a bit. Bye.
Cheers.